tell you, really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Good morning.
Welcome to
The Tech Shamans. Come on.
What happened to our intro?
I know. It's
I
like,
know.
Oh my goodness,
Hey,
that
everybody.
was so fast.
I know. I just like going.
It's like, poof, we're here.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, it's
John's
like
computer
magic.
is still
Hey.
plugged in. The cords are all running.
I'm on TV.
God, I love telling
I'm
him
on
that
TV. Look, I'm on
after we
TV.
start.
I'm on TV. Right there. I'm on TV.
Uh-huh.
Are you on TV's TV?
Good job,
I'm
John.
on TV's TV.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Shamans. It is Monday morning.
All day?
No, only until noon.
Oh,
Until
okay.
noon.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's a half day.
It's a half day.
Yeah, the other half
Tuesday
is...
I rise early?
No, the other half is evening.
Jeez.
Wow.
Do you guys even listen to the words you use?
I do not.
You're like,
That's
oh my
right.
God. I got a brochure in the mail today from a
You did
like
not.
home care, ALF kind of thing.
Right.
And they're like, oh, we have a wonderful attention to detail. I found like 97 typos in their brochure. I mean, they have stuff scratched out. Instead of DBA, they kept writing DBS. And then in their cover letter, though, it says DBA. So they really do mean DBA.
DBA.
It's like it was just horrendous. Sentences without verbs. And I'm like, oh yes, your attention to detail is extraordinary. I want you reading my parents' chart.
Yeah.
I mean, I want you keeping the notes on their care. This is horrifying. So, yes, I'll probably prospect them, but I don't think I could even have them as a client because it's just so scary.
We'll offer editing services. Free
I mean,
of charge.
they direct mailed out how many of these things?
Yeah, just imagine.
And printed them and direct mailed them. And it's like, oh my God, this is horrible. Full color glossy brochures.
Maybe they figured it was one of those scientific experiments where, when you're reading through it.
Yeah.
Was it written by AI?
No.
Was it developed?
AI would have spelled it right. Unless
How
it
do you
was like
spell it?
South Korean AI.
How you spell it?
IT.
There you go.
Grammar. No.
That's a father joke. Thank you very much.
There we go. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes all
So-
day long. I'll be here all week, folks. All week.
Yeah,
So
he
anyway,
always
did
is.
you? Let's go to Adam first because I know you. Did you tech this weekend?
No, I don't think so. I
What
didn't
did-
do anything.
Once again, I'm gonna have to.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Adam's
Jiminy
microphone.
Christmas. He's got one job.
I know.
I got one.
Sit in
No,
front of the
that-
microphone
I
right.
can't do that right.
I can't do that right.
Wow.
So just
Well-
got the pool going
And then-
nice and hot. And
It's hard,
Nice
dude.
and
It's
hot. Oh my
90
God.
degrees outside.
No, it's
How
not
much
hot
hotter
enough.
you need it to be.
no.
What are you?
it's-
Were you
it's-
boiling? Are you
Nice.
cooking stuff in the? You're
Yes.
cooking
Lobster.
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 in
Why not
there.
swim with your seafood?
Hey.
Because you become
Well, when
the
you're in
food.
the ocean, you do.
Become the food.
Oh,
Be
my
one
skin's
with the
peeling
food.
off. It feels so fresh. It's exfoliating. All of it.
Be one with your food.
Be one with your food. Yes.
Throw some corn in there.
Absolutely.
That's
Did
good,
you-
John.
I know you didn't tech.
Oh, sure did.
Well, in a way, I guess you did.
Yeah, we were out there as Jedi pirates.
Jedi
Yeah,
pirates.
yeah. It was so funny
In a hot
because
tub.
Amy and I
In
were
a hot
completely
tub.
in a. Is that what you call your pool now? Yes.
Yes.
It's a big hot tub. And for the swirly things, he just puts some hoses in. Hooks them up to the air compressor in the
Everybody's-
garage.
Everybody has to go.
Everybody's got
bubbles.
Everybody's got to start walking around the pool really fast. Make a whirlpool.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, did you do that as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I did as
All
a
the
kid.
time.
do
Oh my God, my dad got so
And
angry
then you'd
with
get
us.
caught in
Yeah.
it because
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
You
You're
try to
pulling
stop
the
because
water
you're
out.
tired.
You're pulling the water out because we were like all. There was 8 of us,
Oh
and
my
we had
God.
and we had
Yeah, so you were actually draining the pool
we were
because
poor,
it was going so high.
I mean, I'm not super poor. And man, we had an above ground pool around.
Of course.
We just thought we were the richest people in the whole wide
Yeah.
world. And then there was a whole bunch of our friends, and they were all running in the same circle. And it started bowing the pool out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
my dad come running out because he saw what we were doing from his room.
Yep.
You can't do that. You're not going to knock the water. You're going to knock the walls down. We're like, what? So then we stopped, and then of course we got drug around.
Of course, yeah.
And we're banging against the side and everything.
And each other, and yeah.
But that was so much fun. Anyway, I digress.
Wow.
You?
Yeah, I know.
Never. He's Captain Digression. Yep. So, no, we went to the Bay Area Renaissance Festival, otherwise known as BARF, this weekend. And
I almost barfed.
yeah, and it was, high seas adventure pirate weekend. And so Amy and I were kind of decked out as pirates, and then we were trying to figure out which steel to bring. And we kind of went, wait a minute, carrying swords around is going to be a pain in the butt all day. So we realized we have these, we have matching lightsabers. So we just clipped our lightsabers on our belts and we went as Jedi pirates. Which I really want to write a song about that.
See, I did. Okay, so my wife.
And you were there, but I did not see your lovely bride.
She wasn't there. She's not going to walk around in dirt.
Oh, well.
That's
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
She was selling. My sister had her big, the tag sale thing this weekend. So we both couldn't go to the Rinfest, so she did want to go.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen her there.
But so it was an interesting. Adventure
It was
there.
again. They lost their original location. Hillsborough County wasn't ready to open
Right.
yet, and blah blah blah. Make any commitment, and so they ended up going to Pasco to this place that's like out in the middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, when you hear the banjos turn left, and so we get out there, and it could be a really cool site. And they threw it together in basically 2 weeks.
I heard that they like the location and they want to keep it there.
Yeah.
So that way
it's
they
got
can
a lot more space than they've had.
Then they can put up permanent buildings.
Exactly, which
But
is one of the nice
I remember
things.
the Renfest at Mosey being bigger.
Oh no, there were a lot more vendors.
Way bigger.
And
more space.
No, they closed in the space. You could tell they had other fields next door they could expand into.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
no.
So there's more
they
room
closed it.
there.
Oh, much
okay.
more
I
room.
get it.
I think this thing could be twice the size. And what I really like about it is a lot
This
of
is
those
not
vendors.
tech. Let's get into tech.
You're right. You're
This is not
right.
tech.
You're right.
This is
So
anti-tech.
this is yes.
That'd be like being an anti-hero.
This is D-Tech.
right.
Yes.
Detail.
So we're gonna, Anthony, we're gonna jump out quickly here
Boom.
because I got the email that you got,
Yep.
and I'm sitting here going, "Oh, this is not cool."
No.
So if you have a YouTube channel,
Yep.
right, and you're trying to make money,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So they're changing it's not like they're changing the terms of service, but I think what they've done.
No, they did change them. It was
Well-
official in November. Or they tried in November. Now it is official.
Yeah, but they've been doing this for a while. Okay, so the biggest change coming, and I know this is your segment, but is the facial recognition side. They've
Okay.
been doing it
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
but now they're like really going to crack down. Why?
I mean, now are they saying now what I read, and I didn't focus on that part, I was focused on another part. But what I was seeing was that they came out and categorically said, we are not going to do facial recognition software. That means they aren't going to do it. So what? That means that they're just officially saying they are not running facial recognition software.
But they are.
Well, they're
Facial
categorically
recognition
saying they are not.
restrictions. This is why the facial recognition. They
Go
are,
ahead.
and this is why they are. The terms of service already state that you cannot collect any information that might identify a person without their permission. In other words, it's hard now. It's making it where if you go out and you film and you have people in the background
Yep.
that don't have permission.
Yeah.
Like say we go to cons.
Sure.
Or we go to the tech shows.
Yeah.
And and people walk through. If those people don't know you're filming, that becomes a problem now.
Well, public space, I'm
no.
really sketchy on that.
That's what I'm saying. But if you read their terms of services,
Yeah.
you can get in trouble for that. So, like us in here, we're fine, right? If someone walks into our studio, there's a sign on our door. You walk into the studio, you are on film.
Yeah.
You are potentially going to be on, right?
Right.
So if you are filming at a con, you're gonna have that issue because people always walk, and especially the ones that go in the background thinking they're funny, right? But if you're general man on the street, that can get you in trouble.
See, I don't understand that because anyone
though it's public
can
domain.
film anybody in public.
But
if
but
you're in a
now-
public place,
but now you're monetizing.
now
it
you
for
can't
income.
monetize it. But if you're monetizing it, then you have an issue.
That's where the problem is,
And
and
that's-
most people
Well,
are
which
not.
was what I was going to get into with the other half.
Let's get into it then.
Yeah, which is no, it's not about witches. That was again, we're back at the Ren Fair again. But
We need to have a discovery of witches.
is that what they call a group of them? I thought they were called a coven. So
There's a movie. There's a show.
okay, thanks. No, the main issue that I spotted in the email was they are now going to allow ads to appear on non-monetized videos. So by non-monetized, I mean, you put up a video of your family picnic and you are not a YouTube ad seller. You're not, a professional YouTuber. You aren't monetized yet. They're just going to go ahead and they're going to plunk ads on your video so that they make the money from the ads and you don't. And what's even, what a lot of people are screaming about that I saw was like, oh, this is great. In order to get monetized, you have to get to the point where you have, X number of followers and X number of hours of viewing. I think it's 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours of view time.
Right.
And, you have to get to that. Now, if they start shoving an ad at the beginning that you can't break through, okay, you can't skip ad, okay, the unskippable 5, 15, 30-second ads, they just decide to do that. People are just going to bug out of your video. They don't know you, and the first thing it looks like you are doing is trying to make money off of them.
Right.
And you're not. You're actually not monetized. Currently, you have the ability to say, do not monetize this ad when you're a vendor, because you may not, if you're doing some kind of PSA, you're doing some kind of social commentary, you don't want it to appear that you're just being mercenary about it. Like, hey, I'm going to talk about this important topic, but I'm going to have you watch it so I can make money. So you can turn that off. Well, now they're going, oh, since you turned it off, we're going to turn it on. And you've got, 7 million subscribers. And so that video that you did not want monetized, we're going to monetize it for you, but we're going to keep 100% of the money now. You don't get anything off of it.
Right.
Now, there is the thought that, well, if everybody's got it going on, then everybody will just adjust to the fact that YouTube has commercials, regardless of who you are. And if you want to watch something, you got to sit through the commercials. Mm-hmm. What they're actually doing, I think, is they're forcing people over to their paid service without ads.
Right.
They're trying to force that by shoving commercials in front of everybody for every reason in every season.
Right.
The issue I'm seeing with it is, let's say you have a program, I don't know, it could be like Nerd Speak or Geek Talk or something like that, where you frequently use images, videos, previews from major film companies, major intellectual properties, and
That you've gotten off of YouTube.
but that you've probably gotten off of YouTube anyway, but you are not monetizing it specifically because you want to be able to discuss it. You want to be able to put it on your channel. You want people to be able to watch it, the little segment there, whatever it is you're talking about. Now, if they're going to go ahead and run ads, guess what? They just made you guilty of infringement because your video has been monetized. It's no longer fair use for educational purposes. It's now being monetized.
Right.
And they are the one monetizing it. They are the one putting you
At
in
risk.
legal jeopardy.
Right.
It's like, who died and made them God? Okay,
It's their platform.
It's their platform. Yes,
that's
absolutely.
what I keep telling everybody.
And these changes are just getting absurd
Yeah.
because they are They're putting you in the role where you can't show people in the background. You can't show videos in the foreground. You can't have background music that you've used for 10 years on their platform because you're not monetized and it's part of your brand when people know you buy it. You can't use that anymore. It's just the whole thing just becomes insane.
Right.
And I mean, great. Yep. They're trying to force people over to their paid platform. You know, we talked about it last week that it looks like YouTube is probably, I mean, or no, actually, we were in a business meeting when we talked about it.
Yep.
That it looks like YouTube is going to, try to push everything to monetization, and they've got two places to monetize. They can either charge you for uploading, which will destroy their uploads, or they can charge people for watching, which is not going to destroy their views.
I think ultimately what YouTube really wants to get down to it is they want you to pay either a yearly or monthly subscription to be YouTube. Period. Just to have a normal just YouTube.
Just to view.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You want to be able to watch 99?
Yeah,
I think if
what is it, $9.99 right now? In order to do it without getting pummeled with ads.
But I mean, talking about just to watch.
Yeah, well, no, they do that with the ads.
I understand that.
That's how they're paying for that.
I understand that, but I think it's gonna come down the pike where they're gonna start charging like a minimum of $2.99 a month to be able to view and have a YouTube account or watch. Period. No, without ads. I mean, just that. Because if they do that, how many YouTube subscribers are there now? I think was it 1 billion or something?
Right,
like
but I'll tell you, half of them will go forget it.
Well,
okay,
I'll
go catch the bootleg somewhere else. And they will launch their own competition when they do it.
Well, I mean, everybody says that, and then
it happens.
They can't compete.
Oh, if you got free versus charge, that's where that's where Apple. You look at the Apple model. They were at 99 cents for a song. Excuse me. The reason that one was because it was $25 for an album.
2.1 billion YouTube users.
Yeah.
Just users, not saying they have accounts, just users. So so if half leave, that's 1.1 billion, and if they charge 99 cents, it's
$1 billion a month.
$1.1 billion a month.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I think they could do that.
Yeah.
They would be happier to pick and pick.
I just want to be their credit card processor.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah. That 99 cents cost them.
I want to make $3 million a month on credit card processing fees.
Oh, they'll buy. They'll just go buy the credit card processing.
Well, they already.
That's
own
what
one.
I'm saying. I think it's going to get down to that point where that they're going to just start charging period just to say I have a YouTube account. It's no longer going to be free.
Yeah. I personally think they're just going to stick with the ads and force people by inconvenience to move over to the red platform.
Right.
Because it is just, it's getting obnoxious sitting there at next.
Yeah.
Interrupting at the best part of an ad. Now, I have to say their algorithm for placing ads is pretty freaking amazing. I mean, how many times, because I do watch a lot of costumers, and you watch them and they're like, okay, let's get ready for the reveal. Boom, there it is. There's the ad right there. Just as it's getting to whatever it is, there's the ad. And it's doing it automatically.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. So there you go. That's my concern is it's becoming ridiculously not user-friendly in terms of, what made them great was the free content that people were giving them.
Yeah.
If they're now making it basically inconvenient and even illegal to post your legal free content because they're making it illegal by monetizing it, then, like you say, with the facial recognition stuff, if there's someone in the background that could be recognized and that's a monetized video, guess what?
You're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, you are in trouble. Not YouTube. No, YouTube's fine. Okay, it's you because you're the one who uploaded the content. And although you had no inclination whatsoever of monetizing your day at the festival, your day at Swamp Fest or something.
Well, that's just like, okay, so now, I'll tell you who did this beforehand is the FCC.
Okay.
No, is the FCC, not the FCC, FAA.
Okay.
So before, man, you could just put it, you could own a drone.
Yeah.
And you could go fly and you could post your stuff on YouTube because you're like, I'm so excited I got a drone. Look at what I've got. And now you put it up there you get busted.
Yep.
Oh, is that licensed? Well, it's under. Okay. Well, they can still get you for flying and blah blah blah. It's stupid. So to me, I think once you let people get in the way,
Yeah.
it's dumb.
Yep. So
But anyway, so yeah,
that's our moral argument.
and that's a moral. Yeah. So it's like to me, we don't monetize WeBeam TV on
No.
YouTube because we play way too much stuff
Yep.
from all over the internet to show people that. That's the first thing. I'm always finding this one guy and I don't think I think he's an AI, and it's Shivas, and this guy hits me for everything he can hit me for, or this AI, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Facebook, and we literally, Rob, up on both computers and back here and on all my computers I have a statement that we've already written out. Mm-hmm. We always win.
Yeah.
We just copy paste, throw it in there. We've actually won against Warner. We've won against Sony.
Yep.
Just by putting that what we put in, and the minute we say we do not monetize,
Right. Yeah. It's fair use.
It's fair use. So,
Yep.
And I love all these people that play these songs while they're trying to talk on their they're doing FaceTime while they're driving and stuff like that. All this song, I don't own the rights to this song, blah blah blah. That doesn't keep you out of getting your hand slapped or having to pay the artist.
Yeah, the royalties.
That's
Yeah.
And
I
there
mean,
is no
because if
such
you are
thing as-
monetized,
there's
then
no
you got to
such
pay the
thing as
royalties.
9-second or the 10-second or the 30-second rule that doesn't exist. If you play somebody and they get the hook, gets in within there, I don't care if it's 4
Two
seconds.
notes. Nah. You know what that is. I'm
Right.
sorry, that's done.
You
John
can get
Williams
in trouble.
has now been infringed
So,
upon.
Yeah, so
Yep.
those days.
Which, by the way, that actually song came from another place that he stole.
right?
That is an amazing collection of music John Williams stole to make his original music. And now don't get me wrong, I love John Williams, absolutely love him. But when he was young, he's like, okay, I'm going to take something here. I know. For the scene where the Millennium Falcon is getting pulled in by the tractor beam, I'm going to go to Gustav Holst and use Mars, the bringer of war.
Yeah.
Because the first time I heard that song, I went, because I'm like, oh, okay, who came first, Williams or Holst? Of course, it was Gustav Holst, but it just absolutely blew my mind because it is the exact song from that scene, and it's like, wow, John, really? But then there's videos out there documenting many of them, including the Jaws theme and where that came from.
Well,
so, yeah, there you go.
hey, sometimes it's just easier to get somebody else's
Yeah.
soundtrack instead of making your own.
Well,
I mean, look at Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah.
That whole movie is nothing but somebody else's stuff.
It's somebody's old mixtape,
Right.
from the 70s. It's
what
probably
did it
my
do?
mixtape
And
from the 70s.
you know what did it do? It literally took a genre of music that was slowly fading away and brought it right
brought
back
it
to the
completely back because people realized, wow, there was
That's
actually
great
good music at one point in
song.
our
Oh my
in our
God,
past.
that's
It's like, yes,
awesome.
not like today where it all just
junk.
sucks pond water.
I'll say it's just
Yeah.
it's all
Pond
junk.
water.
And what are they doing? They're just ripping stuff from other bands across, and including back into the classic stuff.
I can't get over how many covers I hear. It's like I turn it on, I'm like, these lyrics belong to it. Whoa, what? And like
ooh,
kids
that
don't
beat-
even know
I heard that
it's
beat,
a remake.
I heard that beat 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was in another song that I guess
Yeah,
sometimes.
wait a minute. Wasn't that Steve Miller Band Fly Like an Eagle? Hang on a minute.
So-
And yeah. It's
But
just-
anyway. So
Okay,
before we
so-
jump to yours.
Yes.
So, have you ever thought about a job change?
No.
Just a career change? I mean,
No.
just because you want to do something different. Well, you
Okay,
know.
yeah.
So what you can do now is you can go to school, become a hacker, go to Russia, and they get paid.
All right.
Right?
Oh,
'Cause
my God.
Hacking has become a professional service in Russia.
And,
Of course, they're not paying you; they're just not killing you.
well,
So, just
the-
saying.
the
you know.
the key to it is they agree not to hack anything with a .ru, domain name. And so they're only going after .coms,
Russia.
anything outside of Russia, because at that point, the Russian authorities have no authority
Right.
to stop them. And the revenues they're bringing in, it's much like it's like Nigeria. Okay, it is the high tech Nigeria where Nigeria uses emails and phone calls. Russia actually goes after the big companies, like I don't know, pipeline companies
Well,
maybe.
that's-
And I say
that's-
Russians, not Russia. Okay,
Right.
because they're not part of the government, but they are a safe
But
haven.
some of it is
Right.
Russia
It's
government.
basically a
Ah,
safe
no.
haven.
the Russian government takes the data and says, "Oh, thank you for finding that. That's very useful. We aren't going to pay you for it, but you just keep doing what you're doing, and we won't bother you. And thanks for all those
put you in a Google.
blackmail photos and videos and everything that you just unearthed from somebody's private computer."
I get those all the time. You get those? Here's my response. Please send those to me because I would really like to have them for my collection. That's exactly what I tell them. You got it? Bring it on. Leak it. Go for it.
Wow.
Don't have any.
No, I don't actually. I've never gotten anything like that.
You got some? Cool. Yeah.
We have tons of videos of you, John, in most compromising.
No way.
Yes. There I was
Send them.
negotiating a deal. I was compromising.
Damn it. Anyway. So let's talk about Apple WWDC 2021.
Oh, yes. Apple's developer conference is coming June from the 7th to the 11th. And we're going to see the new iOS 15.
15.
Yes. So we'll get some
Well,
sneak
if it
peeks.
sucks as much as the 14.5
Hey,
or whatever it is.
FYI, just out of balance, I loaded it. I've had 0 issues. 0.
Anthony is now going to stand in the corner.
Yeah.
No, Anthony's going to go knock on wood.
She's going to knock back.
All better now.
Oh, gee. What? So, yeah.
I knocked 3 times, too.
There's going to, they're going to be talking about Watch OS, Mac OS,
Okay.
and Apple, TV OS.
Yeah.
Most likely, they every so often they also talk about new hardware coming out. So I personally think that they'll talk about the new M2 chip that's
Okay.
going to be coming out in the
Wow.
iMacs. So
It seems like they just introduced the
yeah,
M1.
you know,
They're already
it's
on the M2.
funny. In the last developer conference, they had, as they were talking about it, they're like, and this is running on a Mac running at our new M1 chip.
Yeah.
So these are some pretty cool times. So they'll release.
Well, you got to figure production time, get it into things, everything else. What's the team supposed to do? Sit around and twiddle their thumbs? No, they're already working on the next gen.
Yes.
As soon as that gets out of their department, they're beginning on the next generation.
Of course,
of whatever it is.
or they've had it.
Otherwise,
they already usually have another team already working on it. While these teams are
at least the prep
14,
team. Yeah,
15's already in
unbelievable.
development.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and so we'll get to see some of the new software features in the operating system, and also extra features that are going to come to iPad OS as well. So maybe
Cool.
some more functionality and stuff.
That'd be
So
cool.
Keep your eyes open for that. That's June 7th to the 11th. And you
so
can see it right on Apple's website.
Okay, so for the average person, if they watch it, are they going to go, what?
it's all about
What are you talking
code and
about?
tech specs.
Just
and
watch it. You'll be really excited.
Excited.
Yes.
Excited.
If you're
excited.
smart, you'll be excited.
That's right. If you're dumb,
Throwing the
sorry.
gauntlet
Just
down
throwing
right
it
there.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just trashed everyone.
Trashed everybody.
Yeah, people are going,
Bunch
what
of
are they
boo-boos.
talking about? I mean, I would be looking at it going, what are they talking about?
They're talking about cool stuff.
Yeah,
Very
they're
cool.
talking about Atom stuff.
That's like going to NAB or going to Infocom. We go in there and I walk around going, okay, I'm looking for this and this and this, and I'm looking for the next stage of this, and I've taken people with me. I've taken my kids and they're like, oh, what are we doing here? And they're tech kids, right? But they're not, but I'm like, okay. So anyway.
Grasping the awesomeness.
So I put this in here. I don't understand. I was hoping Anthony will know a little more.
Okay.
So Apple refuses
Yeah.
removal of Facebook app pro-Palestinian review.
Yes.
Bomb.
Okay. Oh, this is complicated. Facebook would not allow certain discussions that were bordering on,
Israel, Palestine.
yeah, but they were specifically pushing for, violence against Israel very loudly. And so, of course, that violates their terms of service. So it then comes down that Facebook is denying free speech to people that just want to kill a couple Jews. What's wrong with that? And so, yeah, you can just put in the comments what's wrong with that, because I know you know what's wrong with that. And so then what happens is somebody gets together and they get a whole group together to go out and start to rate the Facebook app on Apple.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
and
it
they
says
took it
and
from
Android,
a 4.5. Yeah, on Apple they took it from a 4.5 to a 2.3, and on Android they took it from a 4.5 to a 2.5. I think. Or the numbers are right there. But basically, they cut the rating in half by everybody going out giving it 1-star reviews. Because I mean, and it's just amazing to me. It's like they've been stifling free speech and actual news stories for a year. But now, because they're actually stopping the encouragement of actual violence against actual people in real time, now suddenly they're bad. Let's think about that for a minute.
Right.
Where were you guys a year ago? Mm-hmm. Okay, when the New York Post was banned, when the New York Post had their account frozen. Okay, for posting actual news on Facebook.
Forbid, no one wants real news. Come on, man.
I know. I mean, it's just like the fourth largest newspaper in the country was banned for posting news. Okay, and yet this is what people get upset over. It's just absolutely, if you don't mind, I'm going to use a very old fashioned, I am flummoxed by it. I am absolutely flummoxed.
Well, I think Apple's just like, here's, anytime you get political, here you're going to lose half of your audience. And Apple's just kind of showing them, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And there's no...
Yeah, but the problem with Facebook was this was the other half of their audience.
Well,
now they've lost them.
It's going to be nothing.
Exactly.
Keep going.
But,
yeah.
Okay, so, I'm trying to put this together in my head. Does it really matter what the app gets rated?
What the rating is?
Right.
Absolutely
people
not.
Right.
I mean, people need the Facebook app. They just go get it.
Right.
Okay, so it is a silly way of protesting.
Very silly.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
does
a
it
waste of time.
now? Does it de-rank it? So if you're looking for the Facebook app, it becomes a little harder to find. That's possible.
But I don't think that's... No, because Facebook is Facebook. It's
I mean,
like
honestly,
number one.
how many people don't have the app already installed? Okay, and it's like so.
Oh, no wonder
of
the
those
app's glitching. Look at
2.1
those-
billion users.
The app's glitching again. Oh, no wonder. Look at the rating. It's really low. Oh, let's go
such
in
a
and
bad-
install
Let's
it.
go get another Facebook app. Exactly. I mean, so what are you gonna get? Like a pirated Facebook app? That would be funny.
Facebook app built by ABC.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, really. By Disney,
Oh, my God.
which is ABC. So what's next, Captain John?
Well, so this was thrown towards you too. It's like,
And it hit me right in the face.
right, Colonial Pipeline attack should be a wake-up call for hardening our cyber defenses. Why did it take a pipeline issue to harden up our cyber defenses? Have we not been going through this crap for the last 5 years?
Well, the answer is because there were never like paper bag
It's not
shortages.
going to happen to me.
Yeah. Well, it's who gets hit by it, because if you look at the last years, yes, I think small businesses have been
small
waylaid.
businesses, yeah.
Okay, and I mean, look, remember that DarkSide had posted $17.5 million in ransom. Okay, now 12.5 of that was before they were paid off by the pipeline. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 12, you're talking $1 million a month. No, that was since March.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like they're rolling in dough on this stuff off the backs of small businesses, but nobody cares about them because disrupting their service, it doesn't stop them.
So until it made the government and the president of the United States look silly,
Yep,
it wasn't a big deal.
exactly.
So is it now? My question to it, because no one knows how much they were paid. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
They won't talk about that.
They won't talk about the
So
$5
is it
million.
one of those things where, okay, you got to pay me $10 million a month or $1 million a month
Yeah.
from now until I decide to go, I don't need your money anymore? Is that what it is? Or is it one lump sum, which means are they ever going to be technically safe?
There's times where you got to hope that they're going to be ethical and do the right thing. And
They're hackers.
That's the funny thing.
What the hell?
But hang on a minute.
If they give you the decryption tools and it starts decrypting, no matter how slow it may be, obviously we know from this that it took quite some time. But no matter, if they hand it over, then of course they've hacked you. But at least they're ethical in the point that you paid them and they gave you the tools.
Here's the thing: the first person that is unethical stops the hacking, the ransom for everybody else.
Right.
Because suddenly it's like, I don't have any faith that if I give you $5 million, you're going to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Suddenly, yeah, the contract is broken. Now, when you read that article, not necessarily this one, but the one on the Russian hackers, I mean, this is the mindset is that, oh, this is a legit business. We're just exposing your flaws and charging you for it. And then we're going to sell you back your data because you left it vulnerable. That's your fault. Right. So we aren't doing anything wrong. So we have to be able to sell it back to you in a way that actually benefits you in order to collect the money. Aren't we great people? This is actually what they are doing at this point.
We just
they
did you
are
a favor.
Literally,
right.
Yeah. Look, we just exposed that, and it's only $5 million.
And we'll be back next year to check, make sure you.
And we're going to keep checking. Okay, that's all
they do. If you keep your IP address the same, we're going to come knocking.
Now, here's the other thing. Okay, John, you talked about monthly payments. Not a chance. Makes it too easy to track them at that point and find out who they are and go after them. Okay? No, they want a lump sum. They want it in Bitcoin, and they want it gone and disappeared.
You talk about that in this article. They're talking about making it a wake-up call to harden your defenses, your cyber defenses.
Right.
But the one thing that they can't they're never going to really be able to harden is going to be the human factor. Because it really does take is, a client or one of your employees opening an email, and the psychological effect kicks in. Here they're going to read through the email. Oh, this invoice needs to be paid. I need to call the number. I need to do this. I need to do that. You'll be surprised how easy that people get stuck in that routine of just, receiving those invoices or corporate emails, and they just assume, hey, this is a legit thing, and go through the process and the steps and send off, $250,000 to pay an invoice that was never really, there to begin with, or allow somebody into their computer because they're claiming
all they have to do is click the link, okay, from a fake vendor.
Yes.
Okay,
right.
And bang, they are in your system.
Okay,
it's that much. Simple. And yeah, all they need is the one little piece of innocuous code, because then that opens up another door, which opens up another door, which opens up another, and they keep adding more code into every single little door they open.
And while we're on this subject real quick, let me just tell you,
Adam,
just this morning I dealt with an issue with a client.
Yep.
About 15 minutes before having to come here.
Oh my!
To leave my house, and this is a big security risk. Internet service providers, their router itself decided to go on the brink, and the providers, they push packets, updates to the boxes to make sure that they are either updated or that their security settings are what they need to be for their network. And during I guess a patch or whatever was happening, this business's Wi-Fi became wide open. This still had the same SSID.
It took off the password?
It removed the password, and it made the network completely open.
Oh.
So any shares...
So nothing could ever go wrong?
Oh, no. I mean, just imagine all the people around you for the entire... And this happens over the weekend.
Oh, Lord.
So, here it is Monday. Now they're finding an issue, and they can't connect to their server or whatever else they can't connect to. And here their network's completely wide open, and... Now anybody can jump on their network, scan for shares, find shared folders, and start getting into stuff that they need to.
Yep.
So that's ridiculous, and that's no part of something that you've done.
Yep.
The business has done
Right.
that caused it.
Yep.
This other company provides a service and also charges them for this particular product.
Yeah.
And just so happens that randomly just opens up for everybody to see. Perfect.
And
sounds great to me. Unplug it, plug it back in.
Of course, they will have no liability in this situation.
And the most
because
hilarious...
nobody told you had to put private information about your clients on your computer system, even though you locked it all up in your business. That's your fault for saving it.
And the hilarious thing, unplugged the router and plugged it back in. Security came right back on.
Wow.
Interesting.
So if it had been a normal Florida weekend, they would have lost their power at some point and it would have reset properly anyway.
Yeah, they would have.
Exactly. Which is why we need more storms.
We need more storms.
Oh my God, do we need more storms.
And the 3 o'clock ones, okay?
I love storms.
Yeah. They do more to reset routers than anything else in Florida. Daily resets. Yeah, if you're not from Florida, you're watching this. Yes, we have rain every afternoon at 4 p.m.
So, how many batteries a week do you use?
Oh my God!
Double A. Just say
if
just
you
say
look
double
at
A's.
it, if you look at it, how many things that I use have batteries?
No, how many double A's? Say double A's. Do you use in a say a month? No, not even
In a month, I'll probably go through a 6-pack of double A's.
What about you?
Yeah,
I know I charge my phone every day.
yeah,
Just think about it.
We will go through 120 batteries.
yeah.
Double
Wow.
A's.
Well, yeah, but that's all this stuff.
120.
Yeah, we do
All this
two
stuff runs
60
on it.
packs every 2 weeks. That's what we're averaging.
That's
well,
crazy.
and the thing of it is, so all of our wireless packs use double A's.
Okay.
Right? And you can't come out here and do an hour and a half show or a 2-hour show or on a pack that's got 2 bars kind of.
Yeah.
Because once it gets past that 2, the drop is and double A's
Precipitous.
are it can last forever. It can just go boom, gone. Right? So we always have to refill our pack. So we have these boxes of batteries that we were a little bit past 2 maybe that we've kept, and we put them in those side lights over here in the on the side, stuff like that. But so now the developer of aluminum ion batteries claims it charges 60 times faster than the lithium ion offering EV range.
Yeah, because
which is huge.
Just imagine you could plug in your car.
And in 10 minutes, it's a
the
full
same
tank.
amount of time.
Yeah.
They're getting to the point where the same amount of time it takes to fill up your car at the gas station. You could fill up your car at the electric station.
Coach. So that's one of my
And lithium versus aluminum, just in terms of extraction and rare metals and the mining and everything else. I mean, bauxite is nothing to convert to aluminum. That's why it's so damn cheap. Is because and you can recycle it and it's everywhere.
Yep. And
So switching from lithium,
there's no heat. There's no negative. There's no heat buildup. You
Wow.
can push. You can. They. I was reading an article. Technically, they're saying that the amperage, the amount of push into the cell, is pretty much unlimited. You could just.
which is why you can supercharge it so fast.
They consider it a
so it
gigantic,
doesn't get hot and have to slow down.
Exactly.
Right. It does not. It does not.
That's a big deal.
It's
That
considered
explains
as a
it.
gigantic capacitor.
Right.
It just sucks the juice in.
But how fast does it drain?
That's the other thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
the charge only lasts 4 minutes. So you have to stop, recharge for 10 minutes, 4 minutes.
the
It's the
gas.
same problem. It's just much faster.
Yeah. That's the only reason that, I mean, so when they came out with the Cybertruck,
Yeah.
right, I'm on the list
Yeah.
to get one. Right. So, but thing of it is now I have to sit there and go, okay, if I do a $1,200 or 1,200 mile trip,
Yep.
I've got to stop every 300 miles and be
recharge.
down for 8 hours.
remember,
Yeah.
you guys got to remember this too. This is a battery technology.
Yeah.
Okay, which means that there's nothing stopping them from designing a battery that would fit into retrofit into any other vehicle. So having the EV vehicle,
Yeah, all you gotta do is pay for it.
yeah, you just pay for the
Yeah.
upgrade your battery system.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
what's
sure-
nice about Teslas is you say, okay, I want to go to Asheville, and it will find and stop you at all the charging stations
Right.
along the way. Okay. And so
But
it's not 8 hours.
But a trip,
but
a
still.
trip that takes 10 hours
Yeah.
is going to take you
Yeah.
30 hours.
Yeah.
Day and a half.
I don't think you have to charge that long with your
I
Tesla.
still think they
Yeah.
should make one wheel on this stupid car that charges everything
And-
while it's rolling, not braking.
No, you are
You're still
absolutely
gonna
correct.
You're still going to reduce your
except
mileage.
that and what it does to the energy that you push to turn that wheel, because you still have to use energy to push that wheel.
I understand that.
Okay, takes more energy than it creates to charge it, than the charge you create. It's just a conservation of energy. It won't work. That's why you have the braking charging, because that's when you're not trying to push the car forward anymore. So you can capture that energy, and the Teslas do that, and that's how they get 300, 400 miles out of it.
Wireless charge capacitors inside the
Yep.
the car.
So you're driving
Long-
over
the road.
charge.
So you drive over the charge, you get a
Yep.
long strip, solar powered,
Yeah.
back up. You drive over the charge, it charges the capacitors and and those capacitors then slowly charge to your lithium ion battery. to
There
the
you go.
car.
Yep.
So say, long highway, You're on. You'll see these long strips on the road. You just drive
you just
over it.
straddle that strip.
It quickly charges the capacitor within, they
And
make
that's
it
something
however
that
long.
can be fairly easily.
Yeah.
As long as you're close enough to the capacitor, okay? And then at that point, how strong is that?
We could solve world
How
hunger
strong is
right
that
here
radiation, and what's that going to do to your pacemaker?
Well, we just
Okay,
gotta
we're
make
on the
sure it
highway,
lasts-
and Gramps is dead.
It was only 30 seconds.
It was his time.
It was his time. Yep, we got on the highway. It's his time.
Time to go.
So for every positive we
gotta
come
be
up
a
with,
way.
there's also some really bad downsides. So it's like,
Is it downside? Grandpa
it
Grandpa
depends.
was
Did
getting
you like
ornery.
Grandpa?
John's like we solved world hunger, but we created a food shortage.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly. Right.
Exactly. Yeah, your teeth are okay, but your gums gotta go.
Oh my God, have mercy. Oh gee. Okay, so I didn't put this in here. Kyocera
Yo, the Kyocera smartphone.
smart. Oh yeah, I did.
That looks kind of cool.
That's great. And then all of a sudden it stops printing.
Is this their,
Yeah, this is the
is
company
this their way of getting rid of the crap you get on your phones now? Because it's like, oh, your Kyocera and printer's not. You can't be the.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Our printer app is better than anybody else's. Buy our phone.
yeah, exactly.
No, this
You start
this
dialing number
phone
and
does
pages.
look pretty cool. It has. It's basically
looks
indestructible. It is really thick. It is huge. It weighs over half a pound. Weighs like 9 ounces. But it is
thick
virtually unbreakable. That's the point behind it. It is for rough wear. It is for active wear. It is for sports.
Just give it to
It
the
is for
kids.
mountain climbing.
Right.
It is for all kinds of crap. It has buttons on the outside that you can use when you're wearing gloves. And the thing is, it's really easy to hit those buttons, except you have to hold them, not just tap them. So you can't really butt dial from one of those buttons. And there are 3 customizable buttons that you can do anything you want the phone to do. And what's neat is you can even program them to do nothing. So if you don't want to have those buttons out there that you might accidentally hit, they actually do nothing if you hit them.
I have buttons on my phone that do nothing. Check this out, guys.
Hey, look, I can do nothing with my button.
With nothing.
Not go there.
Yeah,
All right. So it is a
someone-
neat phone for about $800.
Yeah, it's I mean, I read the article. It's like, for those who don't mind spending a lot of money, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's way
$800.
cheap. I could buy that's cheaper.
That's cheaper than this phone. I'm like, what are you
Right.
talking about?
So somebody else put in here. I didn't put a 20-year-old Xbox Easter egg has been revealed, and there's still more. What?
There may still be more. So the original Xbox.
Somebody buried them too
The
deep.
developer of the original Xbox, some of the developers had snuck some,
Easter
little
eggs in there?
Easter eggs
Yeah.
in there into the operating system, and
Nobody ever found them.
Nobody found them in all these years. So I guess he just got sick and tired of waiting for somebody to find it. And he's
Look,
like,
guys, here it
he's like,
is.
Hey, guys, just
Oh my
check
God,
this
it's like
out."
explaining the joke.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like, all right, guys, come on now. All right.
This is so sad.
Wow.
You guys couldn't get that. Well, because so back then, finding Easter eggs wasn't a thing.
Right. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Well,
What?
Now, finding
20 years
Easter-
ago? Hell, it was.
well,
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, for some of you it was. For some of us
Yeah.
it was not.
Well, I used to watch my son play. I used to sit behind him, and I would like coach and direct, and he would play.
I loved playing Prince of Persia on it. It was awesome.
And so, yeah, I mean, he would constantly be looking for extras and weird stuff and Easter eggs and, how to find it and the cheat codes and everything, or magazines. Okay, do y'all remember magazines? Those were like pieces of paper that were glued on one side.
Like these.
Yeah, that's paper, by the way.
But they were pretty front and back.
Yeah, they were like shiny, only we called it glossy back in the day.
Shiny.
But there were magazines with cheat codes
Right.
that you'd buy at Barnes & Noble.
Oh, that's right. Up, down, down,
What are
left,
you
right,
talking
left,
about?
right, left,
Exactly,
right,
boom.
right,
I
right,
used
jump,
to have
jump, jump,
delivered
jump.
to my home.
Whoa, you had a home
You were
back
rich.
then.
You were a rich guy.
I was homeless.
Yeah.
So we had to go to Barnes & Noble.
So we got about 8 minutes left. I want to do this one
Oh, my
thing,
God.
and then when after we stop, look at we're gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? We're gonna we're gonna do tech fails next.
Yes.
So, cell drones, right? Autonomous cell drones are the newest weapon in fighting climate change. How?
By giving us more information on what the climate is doing, we can then fight it better, like we always have since, for the last 100 million years.
More stuff to drive your boat around.
Yeah.
Something else to watch out for now. Great.
Yeah.
Sail
No
drones-
more power boating out there.
Sail drone runs into
Sail drone.
sailboat and it sinks.
Right.
Yep.
Who's at fault?
Oh yeah. Who?
Well, you know what? It
It's in
depends.
international waters,
If it's a
never mind.
Tesla sail drone, okay, then it'll just like steer around you. But oh no, you just go put a cone in front of it.
I mean, they are.
Oh,
they
sorry,
are.
that would be an alphabet car.
They are cool. I get it.
I would
Yeah.
love to ride one.
It
You know,
looks
that
like-
would be
that
kind
would
of
be
fun.
fun.
So,
yeah.
so what do you think? They're just like basically little weather stations.
They're
that are
just little
riding
weather
around.
stations that are solar powered and
They go back and forth.
right.
yeah.
There's 2 universities, one on each side of the ocean. You know, they're just like,
They
hey,
just
I
sail
got it.
between.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
it. It finally
Well,
got here 3 months later.
They're all. It's all fun and games till a hurricane comes and picks them up and throws them
that would be funny.
onto land.
And based on this image that they're showing of it, I'm sorry, but that sail looks incredibly
Rigid.
tenuous. Okay, attachment to the
I can just
actual
see-
body,
I see
and
that
I just
thing
see a hurricane going snap.
I see that thing just laying
All right.
down in the water.
Here we go.
Maybe they're
we're gonna. I
disposable.
think we have enough time to watch this. Go ahead and launch this when tech fails.
Oh my God!
So
This is-
everybody makes mistakes, including the wealthy guys. Let's watch this
Not
video
just-
real quick.
The importance, of course, of justice in the work that we do. The communities hardest hit by climate change are the same communities harmed by wealth and gender inequality.
The floor is now to the President of the Russian Federation, Mr. Vladimir Putin. Mr. President. They may be getting Macron because that was a tape of Macron.
Mr. President, colleagues, ladies, gentlemen, our discussion today
pour réduire les émissions de méthane. Nous avançons. Un seul objectif dans les
Thank you very
prochaines
much,
semaines et
Mr.
les
President.
prochains mois.
I now turn the floor to the President of the Russian Federation, His Excellency Vladimir Putin.
Précis, mesurable, vérifiable. Au fond, 2030 est le nouveau 2050. C'est ce plan que l'Union européenne a mis sur la table en décembre.
Mr. It's a pleasure now to call upon the Prime Minister of Australia, Prime Minister Scott Morrison. Mr. Prime Minister, I'm not sure we're hearing you here. Yeah.
Our annual projection updates and quarterly.
And I think it's very important to go back to the original words of President Biden, because it's vital for all of us to show that this is not all about some expensive, politically correct green act of bunny hugging. Or however you want to put it. I'm not wrong with bunny hugging, but you know what I'm driving at, friends and colleagues.
So yeah,
Okay. Hold on. Is my microphone on? No, wait. Is my microphone on?
talking like this, and then you're getting every other word like this, and then I don't know. No.
Or better than that, you get the echo every time you
Yep,
use
yep.
say something.
Looks like they were they were getting, they were really focused on that climate change, huh?
Yeah.
They really took it seriously.
You know what?
I think the tech was
the
hung
people
over.
running that technology were just as competent as the people that developed the Obamacare website. Remember that? $620 million to develop that website, and then
How
two
much did that
kids. Yeah, how much came back in the form of donations to political operatives,
Right.
but in super PACs. But then two kids at MIT over the weekend built the Obamacare website, and it ran. Two kids in a weekend.
Yeah.
They paid $620 million and couldn't get it to run. So they don't pay the money for the actual services.
Nope.
They pay the money because it comes back in the form of donations to the people that sign the checks. And that is the kind of fail you see when you get people going, I can do that for you. I can run a Zoom meeting. You know, and that'll cost you $50 million because you know that's what they paid somebody to run that damn Zoom meeting where you've got people who don't even, you know, they're on mute. You don't have a central control on it. I have watched way too many Zoom meetings, okay, happening properly that, you know, I mean, there's just no question about it. And these are people that are either volunteering, okay, or are doing it because their channel is monetized.
Right.
And nothing like that crap ever happens. So I'm sorry. That's just epic tech fail.
Yep. Epic
with a capital E and a capital pick.
Especially in John's technology.
Yes. And
he was having withdrawals. He's like,
Yeah. Now we are going to give Boris kudos for coming up with the new phrase bunny huggers instead of tree huggers. Okay, I think that's great. It's not just a bunch of bunny huggers. I like bunny hugging. We actually found half a bunny yesterday in the yard. Our barn
did you
cats,
hug it?
Yeah. No, but our barn cats did.
I like to hug
very
it
closely.
and squeeze it
and call it George.
And pops off.
So, yep.
But see, because that just goes to show you right there, even in the biggest, baddest circles, tech can go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't something that
was
just go, oh,
that
hey, this
was
weekend, let's put some guys together and let them talk. And no, that was like...
That was inexcusable.
So either the techs were like hungover, high, or sweating too profusely because of...
No, they were entirely incompetent and out of their field. Okay.
They were running it remotely. And the internet went down.
You know, okay, so I wonder, a lot of times these are.
Yeah.
They're run remotely.
Yep.
We do a Zoom meeting with a client over in Tampa, and he has one guy. His whole job is to sit there and run Zoom.
Yep.
Right. So everybody is unmuted because he mutes everybody.
Yeah.
Problem is, he's unmuted and he eats while the meeting's going on, and it's going on over there.
Crunch.
Drove my
Not just eating bandwidth.
Through the roof. So the next meeting, he goes, if I ever hear you eat again, I'll never hire you. And it was like horrible. It was like, and he was, I mean, crunchy. I'm like, it's like that commercial, like, hey, we can, you want to mute your mic, we can hear you eating the Snyder's, pretzels. But anyway. All right, hey, look, thanks for watching. We appreciate it today.
Thank you very much.
Shamans at WeBeamTV.com is our email. You can get us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on WeBeamTV.com.
Yep. But mostly, thank you for watching us right here, spending your Monday morning with three grumpy young men who just
love you. See you next week. Have a
take care, everybody.
Shamans, we understand cause we are the tech shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Cool.